What is going on? I can't believe this. This is so derogatory. Now, as climate change agenda escalates, New York City Mayor Eric Adams declares war on meat and dairy. Mayor Eric Adams wants New Yorkers to eat less meat to help combat climate change, and this is what he wants. He's become the latest official to show his allegiance to the climate crusade by joining efforts to cut animal-based carbon emissions by 2030. This just happens to be exactly in line with the UN's and WWF's agenda, the UN Agenda 230 program. Adam claims food is the third biggest source of cities' emissions, right after buildings and transportation. But all food is not created equal, he says. A vast majority of food that is contributed to our emissions crisis lies in meat and dairy products. So this is what he's going after. Meat and dairy products. So what are we supposed to eat? Now, the first thing we learned about human health and dietary needs are, of course, from elementary school, we have to have our meat, fish, dairy products, butter, eggs, and so on, milk. Now, Zero Hedge reports, reading from a speech he obviously barely understood, Adams stumbled over his words as he declared that food is the third biggest source of city emissions involved in climate change. He then slurred his sentences, and as he asserts, we already know that a plant-powered diet is better for your physical and mental health, and I am living proof of that, he says. Much like the ongoing effort by some to remove natural gas-based appliances while claiming that no one is going to take your gas stove, the war on meat is now also presented as nothing more than a lifestyle suggestion, which is then retooled as a health crisis as well as climate crisis. The intent is to eventually ban meat completely or make it so expensive through carbon taxation and regulation that only the wealthy can afford to eat meat. The goal of the meatless world is openly admitted by the United Nations. What will you be allowed to eat instead? If veggies don't get you excited and establishment elites are the World Economic Forum, that the World Economic Forum suggests protein harvested from insects to satiate the appetite of the masses, along with soy-formed meat substances, they're no doubt laughing about this behind closed doors. They could be drinking a glass of red wine while doing all this and having a nice medium rare steak. Incrementalism is the name of the game. Let's remember the quote by Henry Kissinger, control the food and you control the masses. Now, incrementalism is the name of the game, and often long-term nationwide controls are achieved through the tiptoeing of localized policies. The litmus test for future authoritarianism is invariably found in the actions of far-left city and state governments using their citizens as guinea pigs to see what trespasses people will are willing to tolerate. This is unbelievable. This is by Neam Harris on The People's Voice. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.